Okay, so we got this situation to handle. So f of x is this, g of x is this. Then find f of x and its domain and range. So look at this, how we will approach these kind of situations. So first we will go with f of g of x. So what does this stands for? So it means first you have to go for f of g of x means in the function f you have to replace x with g of x. Okay, so look at this, how we will approach. So it is g of x plus 1, g of x smaller than 0. The place where you are observing x na, just replace it with g of x. Now g of x square, g of x greater than equal to 0. So this thing is done. Now in second step what we have to do, you have to replace your g of x with the g of x. So who is g of x? G of x may be this, g of x may be this. So first what you have to do, just control your g of x with this. So the place where you are observing x as this gx, you will be replacing it with x cube. Okay, so look at this, how I am writing. Ignore everything else, just replace g of x with x cube. Okay, now so it is x cube plus 1, and then we will be having x cube smaller than 0. Now second component, so we have 2 times x cube minus 1. Okay, the like g of x is being, wait, it's not correct. Okay, so g of x ka whole square, so it is x power 6, means x power 2 power 3. So x cube will be greater than equal to 0. You may say that, sir, how can you write this? Why you are ignoring this component? So let's go with the second component, means the place where you are observing g of x, replace it with 2x minus 1. So we got 2x minus 1, okay, and then plus 1, where we are having 2x minus 1 smaller than 0. Here also you are observing g of x, no? So there also you have to replace it with the assigned value. Now second part, gx ka square, so it is 2x minus 1 whole square. So let's write down the direct thing. Okay, so it is a minus b whole square, so it is 4x square a square plus b square minus 4x, है ना? And then again 2x minus 1 greater than equal to 0. So till this part I feel that you guys are totally fine. Okay, now look at this, how I will respond. Now look at this. Now you will be placing this values of x, because here you should write x, not x cube or something like that, 2x minus 1. Okay, so you have to respond with x. So what I will do, so for this g we have, what are the like acceptable values? It is smaller than 1, so x should be smaller than 1, x should be smaller than 1, and in the second case x should be greater than equal to 1, x should be greater than equal to 1. Now what you have to do, you have to simplify this and then take intersection. Okay, now you have to break this component. Okay, now Now you have to solve the linear inequality. So look at the first component. This linear inequality we will solve. So x cube less than 0. So what is the critical point? 0. So on the right hand side we will have plus thing. Now you will jump 0. So behind 0 you will have negative thing. And we have to cover the negative rooms, means our required room is minus infinity to 0. And they are saying that you have to be less than 1. So can I say that this room exists if x is less than 0? This is case 1. Okay, so it is allowed if we have x cube plus 1. So this is the first line. Now for second line, again you have to solve this inequality where you are having x cube greater than equal to 0. So in this case our required room is this, है ना? This is the required room, and they are saying that x should be smaller than 1. So can I say that x will range from 0 to 0 is yes, this time 0 is yes, 0 to 1. Okay, because they are saying that it is behind 1, है ना? So this is okay. So it is x power 6. So second definition is x power 6. Now focus on the next component. Okay, so they are saying that 2x minus 1 smaller than 0. So what is the critical point? It is 1 by 2 plus or minus. So for case 1 this is the required room, and they are saying that x should be greater than 1. So greater than equal to 1. So we got the part first as minus infinity to half and second part as greater than 1. So we have to take intersection, but we won't get anything in common. So from this case it will get diluted, means we will reject this case because there is nothing in intersection. Okay, now focus on the fourth definition. In fourth definition we are having positive room, है ना, greater than equal to 0. So this is the room. Okay, and then they are saying that it is greater than 1, greater than equal to 1. So can I say that means it is greater than equal to half, that is greater than equal to 1. So x will be greater than equal to 1. This is the fourth definition, means third definition. So can we write, I will be writing the this form like where we wrote 2x minus 1 whole square. Okay, so 2x minus 1 whole square. Comfortable? Now, so this is your f of g of x. Yes, this is time consuming, but it is worth it. Okay, these kind of questions are okay. Now let's try to draw the graph of the given function so that we can talk about its domain and range. So what is the critical point? It is 0, it is 1, है 1 comma 0, 0 comma 0, and okay, the second point is also 1. Now be super slow. And if you will observe this function, this is strictly increasing function. Okay, if you find out the graph of this function, suppose that it is a of x is x cube plus 1. So a dash x will become what? 3x square. So for increasing room we will equate it with greater than 0. So it is greater than 0 at every point except 0. Okay, so the differentiation is always positive. This means given function is increasing. Okay, so the given function is increasing means at minimum input it will give minimum output, at maximum input it will give maximum output. So the minimum input is minus infinity. So focus on minus infinity. So if x is in minus infinity, your graph will start from here. Okay, and the final input is 0. So if x is 0, the output will become 1. Okay, this is open circle. So 0 comma 1. This is the graph of first part. Now second part. Wait. This is the first part. Now focus on the second part. In second part, you will observe that this is x power 6 and it is upper opening parabola. Correct na? And it is upper opening parabola. Its critical point we will get at 0. Okay? Means it is upper opening parabola, the vertex will be at 0. So my point is, if you'll think about its minimum value, and after 0 it is increasing, before 0 it is decreasing. So we are talking about after 0 case, no? So we will talk on after 0. So if x is 0, answer is 0, and it is filled bracket because 0 was allowed. Now if x is 1, if x is 1, 1 power 6 is also 1. So this is open circle. Okay, now we have to draw a graph of this function. This is also upper opening parabola, and if you'll think about its vertex, the vertex we will get at 1 by 2, but we are observing after 1 by 2, that is 1. So after 1 by 2 it will be increasing function because the graph you will have upper opening parabola. Okay, so at 1 you will have minimum output, at infinity you will have maximum output. So if you'll focus on 1, if you'll give x as 1, it will become 2, 2 minus 1 is 1, 1 square is 1. So it is this point. And at infinity you will have infinity. Okay, so this is your f of g of x and this is your f of g of x ka graph. Now focus on domain. So domain means what? Projection of graph on x-axis. So projection of graph on x-axis means you have to take shadow on x-axis. So the moment you will switch on the light from this side, okay, this part will become dark, and the dark part represents the domain situation. And if you will focus on, if you will switch on the light from this side, you will have this as the dark part. Okay, so the part at which you are not getting light is the domain. Dark part is the domain. Okay, I hope till this part you guys are okay. So can I say that domain is from minus infinity to plus infinity? Now focus on range. Similarly, range as well, you have to take projection of graph on y-axis. Means you will switch on the light from this side. So this part will be dark. If you will switch on the light from this side, this part will be dark. So it is dark everywhere. So can I say that the range becomes also minus infinity to plus infinity? I hope the idea is clear, and try to solve these kind of question at least uh, 2 3 more so that you can build better patience. Okay.